Hey, YouTube people. Yeah. It's been a while. Long story short, I've had an issue with the battery. I got a fix for it. Well, let me just go ahead and tell you what it is. Then I'll tell y'all the story. How about that? The battery died on me. I went through a bunch of stuff trying to figure out how it died. Then once we got a new battery put in it, I lost everything. Let me walk inside. Nothing was working properly inside anymore. Long story short, you gotta wait 24 hours. I'll just say overnight, and then everything will fix itself. So that's that part. Now let me kind of tell y'all the story on what happened. I get in my vehicle, it doesn't start, it just does that click. So I'm like, what's going on? Luckily, I ride around with one of these. Well, I ride around with a few things, but this is another kind of safety thing. So I don't have to rely on someone coming up and jumping me and having jumper cables. Sometimes I do carry jumper cables on me, but man, this thing saved my life. I recommend everyone ride around with one of these so you don't end up stranded. There's one that I got my wife. I'll put a link in the description. This one I actually got from the interstate store. But there's also one that I got my wife that was on Amazon, so I'll try and put that in a link. You just connect this, real simple, hook it up here, connect it to the battery, instant power. I mean, so I had to jump it 3 or 4 times on obviously 3 or 4 different occasions, but once it was up and going, it was up and going. So I get it to the shop, they say, yeah, the battery is dead or dying. We replace it because I've had this truck, what is it, 2018, May of 2018. So they're like, yeah, it's about time. Since it was a factory battery, we get a new battery put in. I'm feeling pretty happy. I'm excited. I get in my vehicle and nothing will start up. Like, I turned on the let me turn the vehicle on. It's reading maybe some of my messages. And it wouldn't read. None of my cameras would work. This was just black. These wouldn't show up at all. The climate, I didn't have any access to my climate. Nothing was working. It was like bare bones. I was just lucky enough to be able to drive the truck. So anyways, long story short, I stayed outside. Me and my brother kind of working on it, trying to see what was going on. I disconnected the battery, waited for about 20-30 minutes. I was trying to play with the reset stuff. I had no clue what was going on. So I had already set in my head, I'm going to go to the dealership tomorrow, see what's going on, because I disconnected the battery, but why isn't it working? Everything should be fine again. The battery's new. I'm in bed, laying down, and I just pull up. I think it's Hammer Down Sports. He had a video on YouTube, and he basically said, hey, I don't know what's going on, but the problem will fix itself. Just leave it overnight. So my plan is to go to the dealership the next morning anyways. Well, I go out in the morning and sure, it's ready to go. It's working. Everything is pulled back up. And I guess he's just saying the computer goes to its base settings and it has to recalibrate everything and realize that it has all these different features and things. So just kind of note to self, sorry this video is all over the place, but note to self, that's what was going on. If any of y'all end up losing battery, have to change your battery out, anything like that, your 12-inch screen will not work properly for the next few hours. Give it time, be patient, don't freak out and panic like I did. It'll be working in the morning, I promise. Unless something else is happening, so let me not promise that. So that's that. Love you guys. I've been gone for a while. Maybe I'll try and drop a few. I don't know. Take it easy. It's kind of frustrating because I wasn't able to find anything in the manual to help me with what's going on. At least there wasn't anything that I could clearly search on the internet. There wasn't much. Like I said, there was one video from a YouTuber that kind of had the same experience that I did and was just as frustrated. So hopefully that can help someone out and you don't end up as frustrated like seems like it appears that other people are. So yeah, all right guys, take it easy.